Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. I've been doing a countdown of my favorite video games of all time through each day of the year, and coming in at number 70 is Rock Band. First things first, for those particularly paying attention, I am well aware that this footage is not the first Rock Band game. I'm also well aware that the performances you'll see here are generally not what one would consider as good or professional, but in a drunk karaoke sort of way, some of them are actually pretty solid, I think. Everything you're seeing here is from a Rock Band party I convinced my friend to throw for the purpose of getting this recorded. And, actually just having fun. But yeah, this is Rock Band 4 in the footage. The ranking is for the first game, so just, pretend. Rock Band is an incredible rhythm game that, for the first time, really took a whole ensemble and pushed each player to do really different things. While Guitar Hero had been dominating the market, Rock Band took a step back from some of the incredible difficulty those games kept amping up and focused more on the fun. Don't get me wrong, there is challenge here too, but no Major League Baseball pitchers suffered career-ending injuries from Rock Band. We got Rock Band with the full instrument kit as a big present for Christmas in 2007 and jumped straight into it. Most of my time with Rock Band was at home with my brothers, and we played a lot of it. It's actually also one of the only games I convinced my mom to play with me sometimes, so that was cool. The instruments I played the most were still the guitars, really for two reasons. One, I still think it's the most fun overall, but the other thing is that it's basically impossible to play drums remotely quietly, and other people lived there. I also am really bad at working with my hands and feet at the same time, and my leg tires out fast on the bass pedal. My twin brother plays a pipe organ as part of his job, and I just cannot imagine playing an instrument that necessitates special shoes. Regarding singing, I just usually wanted to have a real physical component to the game, so I didn't do singing technically as the game all that often, but, I just sang along anyways, if I liked the song and knew the words. But by far, the most fun I had with these games was the Rock Band parties put on by one of my friends. They were long, all-night ordeals with lots of food, lots of alcohol, and all the laughter and shenanigans. There's generally more people than there are instruments of these, especially if we're talking the first Rock Band game, which didn't have harmonies on vocals yet. But really, there's more roles than just people playing. It's about the social environment, the stories, the jokes, and conversations. There's one guy who's really the life of the party, and I don't know if he's actually ever played this game, but he went to pretty much all of them back when we did these multiple times per month. But it's really not a Rock Band party without Kenny. If you actually decided to watch this video, I love you, Kenny, and never change.
So the song is Here Comes Alex. It's talking about how beware and, run away.
Oh, so it's like the Shia LaBeouf song.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? At some point he asked for a dub. There you go.
I do want to talk about some of the comparisons to Guitar Hero, though. Peripherals-wise, I prefer the Guitar Hero guitars over the Rock Band ones by actually quite a lot. The buttons on the neck of the Rock Band controller have these little plastic barriers between them all, making it more annoying to slide fingers over from one button to the next. And the strum bar is way more spongy, which became pretty uncomfortable in longer sessions. There are some neat things, like you have a little switch you can flick with like a wah 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 kind of sound and do other stuff with that, and there's solo buttons that are closer to the strum bar for just doing hammer-ons and pull-offs, and another part of the game I'll talk about later. But really, the big changes, other than the addition of new instruments, of course, are how those instruments work together. Each player has their own performance metrics, and there's a bar on the left side of the screen, and if anyone drops all the way to the bottom, you fail out as a group. They later added options to disable any fail state due to it being, a party game, but I don't remember that being in the first game. I could be wrong though. In addition to the individual point earnings, there's points where the game checks for unison bonuses. Basically, if everyone plays certain stretches perfectly, we all get a big bonus. But kind of the defining feature of the game is at the end of some of the songs, there's the big finish, when you can just go wild and fill with as many notes as you want and get massive points if you all just hit the last one.
And I missed the last one. That's how it works.
This is that thing where the buttons closer to the strum bar are actually really fun because you just, do the thing and pretend you're like Eddie Van Halen or whatever, and you just play Eruption, but like in the middle of like Modest Mouse. So if you care about setting high scores and stuff, it takes a ton of cooperation in order to do all of that and keep all of the multipliers up and fill those points and do all those things. But the best part about these Rock Band parties? Doing really dumb stuff. Rock Band released an absolutely insane amount of additional downloadable content over its lifespan. They really branched out of the namesake of the franchise and put even comedy songs on there, like Lady Gaga's Poker Face, as performed by Eric Cartman in South Park. But as is tradition, no Rock Band party of ours is complete without wrapping up the night with Chumbawamba's Tub Thumpin'. If you stuck through all of that, you're great, thank you. Join me tomorrow as I talk about my 69th favorite game, where I beat up the mentally ill with my fists.